Hello badminton fans and welcome to this Victor Drive badminton racket review. Today we are testing the Drive X 8K and the Drive XR badminton rackets. Availability of these rackets is a little bit tricky. In Europe there's been availability, then there's not, then there's been availability, then there's not. In Asia it's pretty much available. Now the prices to get it to the UK, the 8K was £150, the XR around £120. Obviously it's quite expensive to get the goods from Asia into Europe, pay the taxes, whatnot, and it ends up hiking up the price. So you can probably get these at really good prices in Asia. The Drive X 8K is made in China and the Drive XR, this one I have here, was made in Taiwan. In terms of design, I love Victor's designs. I think they use great colours. I think they finish the product really beautifully. Take a look at these pictures and you'll see what I mean. So gorgeous finish on these rackets, you know, more interesting designs than Yonex, definitely. Finish is just as good as any other brand out there. Really well done, really impressed with that element of the rackets. In terms of the specs, so let's bring up the spec sheets. Drive 8 X 8K, this is a 3U racket. The Drive XR is a 4U racket. The XR is less stiff and the Drive 8K is much stiffer, so heavier and stiffer racket. Both have G5 grips, both £28 for the XR in terms of maximum string tension, and the 8K maximum string tension of £29. Right, so just to compare them, now we will bring up a screen which will show you the manufacturer specs and the E-zone specs for both these rackets. And really what I notice on that screen is the stiffness difference. There is a significant stiffness difference between these rackets, as well as obviously the weight, which we already know is one is 4U, one is 3U. Right, so getting down to performance. Overhead shots. Both have got very good overhead ability. The 8K, nice and easy on the overhead shots, no big deal. The XR, really easy too, and feels way quicker overhead than the 8K. Out of reach shots, difficult to reach shots, both rackets respond well. If you're just trying to get a clear off and you're slightly out of reach, you still get to manage decent level of clearance from the shuttlecock. Smash power, despite the weight, the fact there is a stiffer shaft, and therefore when you have a stiffer shaft it is a little bit harder to flex the shaft. We did find that the XR was the one that gave the easier smash and gave us the more regular, larger smash. Despite the extra weight, the stiffness of the shaft really becoming difficult to bend, so you do need to be really strong. And even if you are really strong, are you actually going to get that much bigger smash than you were on something less stiff and less heavy? It's debatable. For us, the XR smashes better. Defensively speaking, there's no competition. The XR is way better in the defensive capabilities. You get behind the shuttle. With the 8K, it's harder to get behind the shuttle. It's slower. And then when you do get behind it, you haven't really got enough time to get the repulsion to go off. So it is definitely, the XR is the better defensive racket. In terms of drive, the 8K is really good, and so is the XR. Both have got really good snap in the drive sections, flat exchanges when you're slightly lower and you're really trying to drive back to your opponents, get some weaknesses out of them. But I would say the XR is just that much quicker, that much lighter to use. Control levels, again, the XR I found easier we all found, actually not just me, the whole team found the XR easier to control from the back, dropping in, dropping at the net. The 8K just that much harder to judge the weight, that much harder to understand where to put the, you know, how much weight to put on and to get the accuracy right. Repulsion wise, therefore you've already gathered the XR is better than the X8K in terms of repulsion and in terms of power input from the player and the output from the shuttle. The XR gives you more because the shaft does flex that much easier. You do just find small blips of movement get you better flight of the shuttle, and very handy for those deceptive shots that people are trying to pull off. And in that regard, I would say that the ease of use is higher with the XR than it is with the 8K. It's easier to pick up and play with this racket, harder to play with this one. Heavy racket, stiff shaft, only some people can play with something like that, and only some people can actually benefit from that. The XR, definitely faster and easier racket. The 8K has got a good size sweet spot, so has the XR, but this feels not so stiff when you're playing with the 8K. It feels medium stiff, but it feels medium fast in the air, not very fast. And it feels medium heavy. It doesn't feel super heavy either or super stiff, but it definitely feels stiffer and it definitely feels heavier. This feels almost flexible to use, but fast in the air and quite light to use. So quite a significant experience difference between these two rackets. So I would say that we also tested the JetSpeed ST1, which I thought was brilliant, and that is the racket that I would say you should seriously look at on the E-Zone. Then the Driver XR, and then we tested also the Aura Speed 100X, which is only on the E-Zone, not on YouTube. And now obviously you've seen this video of the Drive X8K. I would say that the Drive XR and the JetSpeed ST1 are the ones to look at because they really did perform well and gave a really decent, solid all-round game. Let's put those rackets down now. We have got a giveaway on the Venoms. So we have the Venom 2 was launched late 2021. We are very late in everything we're doing at the moment, so these videos are coming out really late, but we are doing a giveaway on the Venom 2s. So all you need to do is make sure you subscribe to the E-Zone, email us in with 2 people who you have shared our information with, so told the E-Zone about. Email us in at info@badmintonracketreview.co.uk and tell us, yes, I'd like to enter into the Venom 2 giveaway. We will ship the racket worldwide. We have 10 of them to give away, and all you need to do is make sure you're subscribed, and make sure you have shared at least to 2 of your friends. Very simple task. And if you're kind enough, subscribe to our YouTube channel and like to and share too. The love, the support has been immense. We are so pleased with the amount of emails, messages. WhatsApp is the best way to get in touch with Badminton Racket Review. Get in touch with us at +44 7407 134 132. We are more likely to respond to WhatsApps quicker than we are the live chat or emails, because they are much readily available and much easier to respond to, and it's much easier to share pictures and stuff like that on there. So please do use that as a format for communication with our team. Thank you so much for all the support. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for every single person out there that appreciates, and we get so much appreciation for every one hater, every one naysayer. There's 20 people who are enjoying the content that we are creating, and of course the growth of the E-Zone platform, the world's only platform to help you choose the right badminton racket for you. Thanks again, much love from us. We'll see you on the next video.